Welcome back, guys and girls. I hope you're all doing well. In this one, we're going to be looking at some mind-blowing anomalies I discovered in Terra Cimmeria. Irise took a photograph of this site previously. However, in the meantime, it looks like some of the sand and dust has moved. And in the new photograph it took in December last year, we found some new anomalies. So let's get cracking on. Terra Cimmeria Intracrater Barchan dunes. That's what NASA calls this photograph, acquired by the MRO on the 11th of December 2020 at 24.9 centimeters per pixel. I'm showing you images cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, just under 900 megabytes in size. There's a look at that strange dune field, and the anomalies I'll be showing you are some of these white specks littered throughout this terrain. The site we'll be checking out is located to the northwestern edge of Terra Cimmeria, 55 degrees 58 minutes south, 157 degrees 35 minutes east. We'll have a look at some of the other anomalies close by towards the end of the video. So right there, folks, we've got a six-sided object. Each side is about 8 meters long, and it's got perfect symmetry and geometry to it. Check that out, folks. And this isn't the first time we've seen these on Mars. I'll show you some others I've found, and then some blocky items lying around this. It looks highly artificial. This is south of Ionis Regio in Orchestra. Check out that six-sided object mounted on that piece. Here we've got another one of those in Protrusions Mensae, and also in Protrusions we've got this symmetrical object as well. Perseverance rover snapped a couple of these as well. Check this one out, folks. That one is about 4 meters across. It's got some blocks there in the background, two similar size and shape blocks there. And then this strange part, also photographed on Sol 4, another multiple-sided object. Look at the flat surfaces there, folks. Look at the strange disc lying here in front of that block. Then we're looking at this structured item. It's about 10 by 10 meters in size. It's got this small part on top, flat side over here parallel to this, and then the strange rounded design, and if that's some type of ventilation system or a hatch. And then these strange parts over here to the top, they look almost like pieces of piping, part of some type of wreckage or debris, who knows. The right angles on this piece, and another block with a small rectangular part on top. Rather strange block over here. That one's about 8 meters long. Check out the symmetry and geometry to this piece. It seems to have a uniform thickness to this block as well, and next to it what looks like a rectangular slab, straight edges and right angles to that. Small little object on top of these two larger objects, separated with that gap. We've seen this type of thing on Mars as well. That part there on top is about 4 meters long. Check that out. Straight edge going through here. Could that be a bevel, or are we looking at a gap between those two larger objects? And it's strange how often we see a smaller part bridging that gap in the center or close to the center, and then there's various smaller blocks over here to the right. And then we're looking at this piece. Looks very metallic, strange part over here as well. This piece is about, let's see, 15 meters long, roughly. Look at the symmetry and geometry as well. Very similar to that block we just checked out. There. However, this one's a little bit bigger. And then it's got this strange part next to it. Right angles to it. Small triangular part sticking out the one side. Now what the heck are we looking at here, guys? Another one of these strange disc or dome-shaped objects. This one's about 8 meters across. This is in the blurry part of the photograph. Check out that disc shape, and then it's got a small narrow part in its center. Very similar to some others. Check out this one. This was in Hellas Planitia, Ionis Regio to be specific. And then this one as well. Same photograph, small object on top of that part. The straight edge over here, this looks almost like some type of fossilized shell, but it's about 10 meters across, so it's huge, folks. And then we're looking at that rectangular part over there, and it's got a small protrusion or knob on the top. That whole piece there is about 12 meters long. Looks like this is a smoothed out flat part to it. Little bevel over here or step, and then that small part in the center, another small block next to it. It reminds me of this structured item I found north of Spallanzani in Hellas Planitia. Check out the smooth rectangular part over here, very similar to that. Small part on top of this, a rectangular object, and it looks like it's slightly elevated off the surface, and there's a small part bridging that gap through the center line over there. Another weird item over there, folks. This one's about 5 meters across, and it's got a small block lying on top of it right there in its center, and we see that quite often. This is also in the same region. This blocky item over there is about 12 meters across. Check out these straight edges, right angles to this piece. And then there, it's got like a strange cross design. Check that out. It's a rather weird thing, that. Small little block over here to the left, and there we're just comparing the placement of these smaller objects on top of these. It's rather weird. And then a strange oval part that there's about 14 meters long, with the rounded design to it, raised smaller parts there in the center. And then this looks like it could be part of it, sticking up out of the surface. Wonder if it joined to that part over there. Long narrow block over there, guys. That's about 12 meters long. This reminds me of those huge blocks in Lebanon. These straight edges and right angles there. And then this strange smaller part on the top, shaped like a capital T. And there's another bright rectangular part over there to the top. Let's shoot down to the southern mid-latitudes of Mars to Terra Cimmeria. And there's the photograph we checked out. Briefly have a look at the anomalies I've featured in this video, and then we'll compare it to what the MRO photographed in the past. There's that item, those two we checked out. Sand moved in that part of this, so it's revealing some more details there. That strange T-shaped part seems to curve over that part, and there's a hole right there in the center underneath this smaller part. Another block, the small item in its center. Huge disc over there, about 12 meters in diameter. Look at the way these smaller blocks interlock over there. Strange design on this. It's also got like an arrow point design to it. Small rectangular part sticking out of this side, and there's similar ones over there. There's three similar items next to that block. And then this looks like some type of sheet metal. Rather weird as well. Lava valley structures and debris. Repeated pattern. We've seen that often on Mars as well. The little triangle depicted with those three objects, the smaller objects there, and then this strange disc dome-like anomaly lying on top of that rectangular part over there. Small item underneath that disc. Long narrow part, almost like a megalithic block with a small protrusion or knob there on the top. That concludes this one, guys and girls. Thank you for watching. To my new subs, welcome on board. Thanks for joining the channel. And to my veterans, thank you for your support over this past 3 years, just over 3 years. Unbelievable. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers for now.